And I feel like a kid on Christmas.
Happy first day for 2025 school year.
That's my goal this year.
Hi! We're back, baby! Hello and welcome back to a vlog. It is the exciting back to school vlog for the 24-25 school year. And I learned from last year, I would have much rather started the first day vlog the day before because one, it could be fun to like spend a day together and share with you what I'm doing on this last day of summer break. I'm definitely savoring it. This morning I spent a lot of time reading on the couch. I got up early. First of all, I went to bed earlier last night. It was a little hard to fall asleep, but I set my alarm for 7, which I'll be getting up at like 5:45 tomorrow, but at least I'm like kind of getting myself in a little bit of an earlier wake up mindset since I've been waking up at like 9 a.m. every day. I got up early and like spent some time just doing normal morning routine things and then got ready for the day, started editing. I do want to get the rest of my vlog edited today so I don't have to think about it tomorrow, but right now I'm getting ready to head out and run some errands. I have a journal to ship, so that's super exciting. I want to go to the grocery store. We need just a couple things for dinner tonight, so I'm gonna go do that nice and early. And I was thinking I might as well go to Trader Joe's so I have fresh flowers for back to school tomorrow, just, you know, to have that good vibe in the house. So since, yeah, it's early enough, there should be a good selection at Trader Joe's. And then we'll come home, say hello. I don't think Sasha understands that I won't be home all day tomorrow. She really enjoys having her humans home with her. Let's go back to school. Home from errands, and it's time to get on with the next part of my day, which is vlog editing. And I was thinking it was a perfect time to talk to you about Magic Mind because it's a great time to take it. I'm about to sit down. I want to get maybe 2 hours of work done right now. And so this little boost of productivity is going to get me through. It always does. It has for the last, I don't know, since April. June, July, so 3 months of using Magic Mind. Another thing that I'm so excited about as far as having this subscription having just been delivered to our house is that I go back to work tomorrow. I am going to really love having this to...
I'm reacting in the background.
Are you? Thank you so much. I'm really excited because the next couple days are going to be full of meetings, full of organizing my schedule, full of just getting acclimated back to the work routine. So having something that's going to help me focus, that has good ingredients, that tastes delicious, is going to be so beneficial. But I'm calling in reinforcements because Mark could share his own story about using Magic Mind. I just thought you could maybe share. You've been using it for what, a month?
I've been using it for about a month, and I like it. When I drink this, I feel in the zone. I don't feel jittery. If I drink too much coffee, I get very jittery.
Yeah.
A little angsty, you might say.
Do you feel like you've been able to drink less coffee? I've just noticed that with him. He hasn't been drinking. I haven't had to make as much coffee every day.
Yeah, I drink a lot less coffee. I'd much rather drink this. And I like that it only has 21 calories. I like to fast every day. I can drink this and still be like fasting technically. Yeah, it does taste really good.
Yeah.
The other day I actually mixed it with sparkling water. I do like it a lot. It's very good. It's very chill. Good for focus.
It is.
For sure.
It really works. I felt like it worked, but having him take it now too, and having him be like, okay, like I feel like I was in the zone today, and then the second day he did it, he was like, I was in the zone again, and I was like, okay, so it's not just me. I've been really enjoying it. We get the subscription box. I've talked about this before, and so I do have a code if you want up to 48% off of your subscription when you order from the Magic Mind site, which I have everything linked in the description box for you, but the code is MarieMM20 to get that discount. Yeah, for the ingredients in here, for the quality of this product, it's such a good deal and it's so worth it. So we're gonna take ours right now because we're both about to get into the zone and get some work done. So shake, 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 shake. Crack it open.
Crack it. Get it cracking. Crack.
It's so good.
It is very good.
Now we commence getting all of the to-do list things checked off the list, so let's get to it.
It's a business pose.
Are you up to business?
We just got to improv. And this is how I'm ending summer break 2024 with this guy and our improv crew. And I feel like a kid on Christmas, here you go, because I happened to check my email a little bit ago, my work email, just to make sure I know where I'm supposed to be in the morning. And I found out that my very good friend, who was my slippa last year, is going to be my slippa again this year. But it's, you know, we never know for sure. And so it was just exciting. She hadn't seen the email yet, so I called her and got to chat with her a little bit. And we just felt excited. Do you have the keys? I'm looking for them. Oh, okay, we're gonna get out of the car now. Anyways, I just thought I'd share that because I'm very excited. And yeah, let's go to improv. I will see you in the morning.
Good morning, it's bright and early. I have about 10 minutes before I absolutely need to leave. But happy first day for 2025 school year. That's crazy. I am just getting my drinks, my coffee. Oh, I need to grab a Magic Mind and pack that, get my lunch. The day is starting off at a district-wide breakfast. So I'm actually reporting to my home school site and I will be riding on a bus. I think I mentioned this. I can't remember now if I mentioned this yesterday, but I'll be riding on the bus with them, with my whole staff from that school site. My one goal for that breakfast is to find my mom. I was talking to her last night and say, okay, text me when you get there. We have to take our picture, you know, just to get the obligatory first day of school picture. So I just want to say good morning and then I'm heading out the door. We're back, baby.
I found mom. We're back. I got here right when the buses were loading, but we all had our staff shirts to wear. So I ran in here, I went behind this divider, changed really quick, and then we got on the bus, went and got my breakfast burrito, got to say hi. You saw me with my mom. That was super fun, and said hi to some friends I haven't seen in a minute that work at different sites. And now I'm actually gonna put this in the fridge. I'm probably gonna save this for lunch. But I'm gonna drink my smoothie. We have an hour, I have a whole hour until our staff meeting. It's very nice. So I'm going to start, let me show you the state of this speech room. So here's from my desk. They cleaned the carpets. So they just kind of took anything that was, you know, down on the ground and put it up. And then there's definitely things I need to go through that had been packed up when we thought I was moving that I can bring back down. But for the most part, it's not gonna be too much work. I'm really, really grateful. What if we have a little tidy sesh together before the meeting? It never fails that there are things that don't belong in here that end up in my room every year. I don't know what this is, or what this white rack is. We'll see. I wouldn't be heading to a meeting if I wasn't bringing 500 beverages. Taking my laptop and my planner. Look at how minimal she's going. I'm not bringing a bag. I'm not doing it. That's my goal this year, minimal. So this morning they gave us breakfast burritos and then I was like, I'm gonna have it on my lunch. It took me about 10 minutes to devour that entire thing. It was so good. I was so hungry. I need to chug water. I have about 30 minutes left on my lunch. Usually I'm used to, because I'm an SLP, being excused from the second half of our big staff meeting that we have on the first day back, and that is not the case. So whatever. That's fine. And then I also tried to print something on my printer because I thought they'd put ink in it over the summer, and it still has no ink. And I emailed our secretary, and she was like, it's on its way, like it's in transit, the ink order. What if I just get the IT to hook you up to our printer? I have access to the office printer and it has color. So I'm really excited because then maybe I can get in the next week just some of the stuff that I need printed for the rest of the year that's like color and materials. I can, little things, not a big deal. I'm not going to overdo it, but yeah. So I have, 30 minutes. I'm just going to continue to kind of clean and prep, do that, head back into the second half of that meeting. And then I'll have probably another hour or so after the meeting ends to finish up for the day. I'm feeling pretty good.
Hi!
Talk to the people. It's your first day back. How was it?
Dang, I can't come in and trick you now. I was gonna come in and say, I just need 10 minutes of silence, but I don't. You're so good. The way I came home and immediately took off my clothes, laid on the couch for an hour, caught up on Instagram DMs, read a little bit, and just chilled out. I mean, I'm honestly proud of myself because my first reaction, like when I got home, I was like, okay, I want to get on my computer and start editing the next vlog. And I was like, she needs to go off. You know what I mean? I thought it was the absolute sweetest thing that Mark had the camera ready when he heard the garage door. And I feel bad because I'm like, he was standing here for like 5 minutes. I mean, that's not a long time, but I was like getting all my bags and stuff out of my car, and it was super sweet for him to get that reaction. I haven't even watched it back yet. I was like, I'm gonna change and then I'll catch up with you here. What a difference focusing on being present makes. Like focusing on the moment and not getting caught up in the, I wish I was at the beach right now, I'd rather be there. Like we have this moment to all be together as a team, you know, in our meeting. Yeah, do I have things I could do in my speech room? Yes. Does it mean that those are better uses of my time than being present where I'm asked to be in that moment? No. And like, I made the most of it, and I'm just proud of myself. And I'm also very grateful for that perspective because I was in a meeting literally all day. We had that break for lunch and then I went right back. But I'm just feeling kind of like in awe of the fact that your mindset really does hold so much power. And like, I always knew this, but it has been years since I have felt this excited to be back at work. And even last year I felt excited, but like now I feel even more excited. And I didn't feel like I was missing anything at home. Like I wasn't missing being on the couch this morning or like that. And it just does something for my soul, you know, to like be just really focusing on the present moment and the gratitude in that. So thank you for listening to me reflect on that. But yeah, that's why you heard me joke about coming in. I was ready to mess with Mark and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, you know, when I really was just elated to be back with my team and get to connect with people I haven't seen in months. So what I'm thinking is I take you along for the next couple days in little snippets because it's kind of fun to like get back in that groove together. But I don't know, again, I'll be in a meeting tomorrow morning and I don't know how much I'll obviously be vlogging in that time. I can do little recaps with you. So I think we'll do that. And it's cool because I'm now down to 2 sites. I was at 3 last year when I was doing all these SLP vlogs, and this is gonna be different. They'll still be like in between site content and stuff, but I was looking at my schedule today. I'm gonna have more support from my SLPA. I say SLPA so you know who she is, but she's my friend. We're just gonna get to work as a team more days a week now, and I'm just so excited for that. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking with that. Like, we'll get into it tomorrow. For now, I just really want to enjoy my time with Sasha and Mark and do our whole evening routine because, you know, we're getting back into that groove, and being present with them, it fills my soul even more. So I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Okay. Good night from me. Just want to say a quick good morning to you all. I am heading into
wow, we're down to Site A and Site B, no Site C, but I'm at Site B, and we have a special education meeting where we're going to plan our IEPs for the year, schedule them. So it's like a few hours long, but I'm going to head in. I'm excited because the preschool teachers moved classrooms. They got a new, bigger classroom, so I'm going to go check that out first and get to see them for the first time in months, and then we're going to head into the meeting. So I'll probably see you after that, and after the meeting, I'm hopefully heading back to my speech room at my other site. So see you there. 11:30, and I'm on my way to my next location. But you know what I'm thinking? We're back at school. Can we get coffee? Does that work? Little treat ourselves? Okay, let's go. This will be the year that the reminders on my phone actually work, because as I was pulling out, I got a reminder saying you need to go to the district office and sign those reports. So we did it. We did it. Now I'm headed to my site with coffee. Back in my room, back in my speech room, and I actually just ate lunch. And now I am kind of back into just organizing and getting things set up, because really my goal is not to make my SLPA come in and do this tomorrow. She starts with me tomorrow. I want her to be getting to know the caseload and looking over goals like I spent doing this morning. I had some time during our SPED meeting because other team members were scheduling, and so I was able to sit there and kind of look at my caseload. One thing I did do during that meeting, want to have a conversation real quick? Let's chat. So I had no intention of involuntarily signing myself up to speak at a meeting, like a staff meeting. And I said something in our SPED meeting today at my other site that got me roped into sharing, giving a 10-minute presentation at a staff meeting at that site for teachers. Go Marie. Also, hold on, I'm distracted, but I really like how all this looks in the background. Yay. We were talking about communication and the kids that maybe have behaviors that a teacher might look at, and this is all hypothetical, a teacher might look at and say oh, you're not supposed to be laying on the floor, and that's that, and call attention to that and whatever. And I think I've talked about this either in a podcast with my mom or in a vlog, but everybody was kind of going back and forth about, the need to be more understanding of behaviors and look at behaviors as a form of communication. And I just happened to agree with that, and I said, we really have to understand that it's okay to make time to understand how a kid is communicating. We also have to learn that we are in an indirect way modeling that for our other students. I witnessed it in the preschool class last year where, because we have this mindset of inclusion, and not just the mindset, but we are modeling that inclusion, instead of calling out a behavior and saying that's not what you're supposed to do right now, we model the behavior that is maybe more safe or maybe conducive to, a learning environment that is beneficial for all students, but also taking it into account that some students learn differently, and that maybe that behavior right then and there, if they're laying in the middle of the carpet and during circle time, it looking at it and saying, well, what are they communicating? They're communicating circle time, right? That's very possible. Kind of the light bulb turned on for me when I realized the other kids in the classroom didn't get distracted for the most part, especially by the end of the year. They weren't distracted by those behaviors of another child even crying sometimes, but laying in the middle of the carpet or getting up and taking a movement break, because it was so well accepted by the teachers, and it was modeled that was okay by everybody because everybody is communicating differently. And when it starts there, when we start honoring the functions of behavior as communication, it really does help us actually have an easier time of teaching, because we're letting ourselves learn how to be better teachers and learn from our students and learn what they need. And I kind of said that in a much more concise way. The way I said it felt very fluid, and I wish somebody would have recorded it, because then they said, could you say that at our next staff meeting and talk about this and and I was like, can anyone tell me what I just said? I can't remember. But it was that idea of like honoring all communication and not letting the fact that a student is communicating differently be the reason why they can't be included, or why we can't create a situation where they're included. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit more time and kind of organize. I'm like looking at the walls in here and they're looking bare, but I like don't mind how clean it looks and feels. I just don't know if it's fun enough yet. And I have all my like posters that were up in this room last year that I could put up again. So I'm just gonna kind of be doing that. I've got the diffuser on and we're gonna vibe out in here before it's time to go. I still have a couple hours, so let's get a little bit more done. The day is done, you guys. I'll quickly show you what all I've gotten done, but next week students start. I won't start seeing students for another week and a half or so now, but we'll be getting all that stuff like ready and like I'll be planning. I'm actually gonna go to my first preschool planning meeting tomorrow with the SLPs and figure out how we're gonna roll out the year of core. But I think what I'll do is share that plan and like get prepped for the first week of pushing and all of that together next week. But let's check out the room real quick. First of all, my desk is no longer a standing desk. That thing was too bulky. I could never get anything done at my desk. I always had to go to the table. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do to get rid of it yet, but we'll figure that out later. I just cleared off the counter, kind of organized what I need to take to my other site as far as visuals. So that's in a bin right there. Some stuff's up, have my little to-do list started, got to get welcome letters done next week. Everybody asks me where I got this poster. It's a speech and language milestone chart. However, it doesn't have the most recent milestones on it, but it's the one I have, so at least I have kind of an idea. Company, if you wanted to check it out, they probably have an updated one. It doesn't have the year that this one was made, but I know it was before 2019. But yeah, just all my little helpful things for when I'm doing IEPs and reports. And that's my to-do list for tomorrow. I need to go through and organize all that paperwork. But yeah, it's feeling good in here. I'm excited. I'm really excited for tomorrow. Like I said, my slip is going to be here with me. And we always have just so much fun together. We have preschool orientation tomorrow, and I think we're popping in to say hello to the parents and meet them and everything. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun day, but you guys have had a lot of me in this vlog, and I really appreciate you just hanging out and kind of being along for the ride as we settle back in for the school year. But it's been really fun to get ready for it, and I am so grateful that you're along for the ride. So thank you. And with that, I'll say goodbye for now, but I'm very excited to see you next. I can't wait. Okay, bye.